Coming up, SEC Media Days begin today. We'll talk some Anniston Barracudas swimming. We'll have best and worst of the weekend and more. It's Southern Sports Now. Welcome in on this Monday. I trust you had a great weekend. I'm Chase Robinson here on the 17th day of July, and so glad you're joining us here on Southern Sports Now as we get a new week started right here in the middle of the month of July. Summer's flying by. I mean, school is honestly right around the corner, a few weeks away from school starting back, which means football season will be starting back. And speaking of that, let's count you down to football season. We'll start with our countdown to college football, 38 days away from week 0 of the college football season. That is August the 26th. That is a Saturday. And 10 games will be on tap that day. And we'll see Jacksonville State with their FBS opener against UTEP on that day. They're at Burgess Snowfield, 4:30 kickoff, but 38 days away from college football. And folks, we are just 36 days away from high school football. That is that's close. We're getting there, and we're excited. But 36 days away from August the 24th. That is a Thursday night, and that is when high school football will kick off across the state of Alabama. Quite a few games there on that Thursday night, but then a lot of games coming up on Friday night, the 25th of August. So fired up for some high school football. We'll talk some high school football later on in the show. But want to start off with some college football notes here for you. SEC Media Days begins today. Yes, it's talking season right now and getting you ready for the football season. But this is kind of the unofficial kickoff to football season because you have Media Days, and then really the teams will get back next week and kind of take a little bit off. And then the following week is when a lot of fall camps begin in college football. And so this is kind of the unofficial kickoff to the college football season with SEC Media Days. We're actually going to head up to Nashville for a couple of days, tomorrow and Wednesday. Auburn will be up tomorrow. Alabama will be up Wednesday. And so we'll have coverage both days. Tomorrow on the Auburn Tigers, to Wednesday on the Alabama Crimson Tide. They're from Nashville, so we're excited to take Southern Sports Now on the road and come to you from Nashville, Tennessee, give you some insight on those Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. So we're excited about that. But I think there's a lot to be excited for at SEC Media Days. A lot to be discovered, I think, on a lot of teams. I think this year, more than maybe recent years, I think there's a lot of question marks on a lot of different teams. And so I think it's going to be interesting to hear what the coaches have to say, what some of the players that will be there representing the teams have to say. But I think this could be a really interesting year. Of course, Georgia's the kind of the team to beat in the SEC. LSU represented the West last year, and a lot of people are high on the Tigers again this year. But we'll be interested to see what all goes down at SEC Media Days. And, again, it begins today with the commissioner, Greg Sankey, will speak, as well as LSU will be there today as well. But tomorrow, the Auburn Tigers, Wednesday, Alabama, and we'll have you coverage there from Nashville, Tennessee. Let's jump to a break here because we got to get to our best and worst headlines of the weekend. We will do that when we continue here on Southern Sports Now.
Here at Ted's, we are excited to now be offering custom-made cabinets. With that in mind, we're changing our name to Ted's Floors and Beyond. The Beyond is going to encompass everything that we offer in addition to all of your flooring needs.
We've partnered with Welber Cabinet Company, who makes the highest quality cabinets in the industry.
So when you're ready for a complete kitchen or bathroom remodel, shop Ted's.
EAN Sports is proud to bring you the best, most informative local sports content, and we want your help to be able to do that. If you have a story idea, a tip for our sportscast, or even a highlight clip you want to see on EAN Local Sports, send us an email, eansports23@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter @EAN_sports, or you can send it to the EAN News Facebook page. EAN Sports, bringing you the local sports happening in your community.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
If you see some interesting weather phenomenon in your backyard here in East Alabama, send that to us. We would love to hear from you. Send that to us at the email address you see on your screen or through Facebook at EAN News.
We are back here on Southern Sports Now. I'm Chase Robinson. Glad you are along with us here on this Monday as we get a new week started. And coming off the weekend, we got to go through our best and worst headlines of the weekend. We'll start with the best. And if you're an Auburn fan, this was definitely a best for you. 4-star corner Jalen Crawford commits to Auburn. Now, his commitment was, his kind of journey per se was not always with Auburn. He started out really high on Clemson. And Dabo and company really wanted Jalen Crawford, and I think it was kind of mutual. But then he started visiting some other places. He spent some time at Florida, spent some time at some various SEC schools. Georgia was really hard after him, and he was really hard after Georgia. There was a time where we thought Jalen Crawford's probably going to end up at Georgia. But he made his commitment to the Auburn Tigers. It's a huge pickup for Hugh Freeze and company. And I think he will do great there at corner. He was the top corner prospect in the country, and so a big pickup there for Auburn. So that definitely is a best for the Auburn Tigers as Jalen Crawford commits to the Auburn Tigers. Here is a worst of the weekend. The Braves lose their first series since May. Coming off the All-Star break, we were curious how the Braves were going to respond to that. They beat the White Sox on Friday night to open the series and then lost 2 straight to Chicago on Saturday and Sunday. And this is not a very good Chicago White Sox team. And yet the Braves weren't able to get it done. And there was a lot of runs scored, 7 runs in one, 8 in the other by Chicago. And I don't think it's cause for concern at all for the Braves. They're still the best team in baseball. Just you hate to see them lose a series to a team like Chicago. That is not a good way to start the second half of the season, and hopefully this is not a kind of a precursor to what's going to happen here in the second half of the season. The Braves still very good, and looking forward to seeing what they do the rest of the way out. But not a good way to start as they lose their first series since May. That's a long time to go without losing a series. That's pretty incredible. It's not that they haven't lost any games, it's that they haven't lost any series since May. That's a really, really cool note there. Here's another best, and it has to do with the Braves. Max Fried had a really good, dominant 3 innings in Rome yesterday with the Rome Braves. He was on assignment. He's been with the Gwinnett Stripers. Yesterday, he started with the Rome Braves. He should be back in Atlanta very soon, but he was able to go 3 innings, pitched really good, only gave up a couple of hits, had several strikeouts in the 30 pitches that he threw, but was really impressed with the way he looks coming off the injury. I think we'll have Max Fried back very soon, and I think we'll have a very strong, healthy Max Fried back very soon. That is what they hope, but a dominant 3 innings there in Rome for Max Fried. And here's another worst. And if you missed this, I want to show you the video of what happened with the Mets. Easy pop-up, just a routine play for the third baseman there in New York. He circles under it. Hits the dirt and hits him in the face. That's just a routine play right there that he was running in circles out there and still couldn't get under the ball. And tough play there for let's see it one more time here as he thinks he has it. I guess it got lost in the lights. He was way off of it, though, and bam, right in the face. I know that had to hurt. right in the nose, it looks like. But that is definitely a worst of the weekend. But I know for us Braves fans, it couldn't happen to a better team there with the Mets. The Dodgers just piled it on them after that happened there. But just an easy pop-up routine play ended in a run for the Dodgers and probably a hurt face for the third baseman. But that definitely was a worst of the weekend. So that is our best and worst here on this Monday from this weekend. And hopefully we'll have a big week of sports and a big weekend, and we'll do this again next Monday with our best and worst of the weekend. We want to talk some swimming coming up next, though. You may not be familiar with the Anniston Barracudas swim team. We'll introduce you to them and tell you what they're up to. Coming up next here on Southern Sports Now.
Here at Ted's, we are excited to now be offering custom-made cabinets. With that in mind, we're changing our name to Ted's Floors and Beyond. The Beyond is going to encompass everything that we offer in addition to all of your flooring needs.
We've partnered with Welberg Cabinet Company, who makes the highest quality cabinets in the industry.
So when you're ready for a complete kitchen or bathroom remodel, shop Ted's.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the South.
We're back here on Southern Sports Now as we roll on this Monday. Chase Robinson here with you. As we told you before the break, if you have never heard of the Anniston Barracudas swim team, they're doing big things here in Anniston and really across the state. They'll be competing in the Alabama Recreation and Parks Association State Championship coming up this weekend, Friday and Saturday there at the Crossplex in Birmingham. I had a chance to spend some time with them last week, and now this is kind of a year-round swim team that they've got swimmers all the way from ages 5 all the way to 18. And they've got a couple swimmers who have been a part of it for just about the whole time the team has existed, Miller Morgan and Luke McVeigh. I had a chance to talk with them kind of about what being on this team is about and kind of how it's more about a family.
I've been swimming for 10 years, been on this team for 8 years, and I would just say, like, we're all really a family. Like, there's been a lot of swimmers come and go. And I mean, I've seen it. I would say I've probably been here the longest out of everyone that's been here. And I mean, all the people that I've met, I don't regret any of it. Like, it's so much fun.
It's really amazing because it's one giant family, and everyone just they love swimming and they love each other. And it's just, we started off super duper small, and then as we grew, we had connections, and we had more people join the team. Now we're about 50 people, 40 people on the team, I think. And so we're all still so close, yet we are a large team.
The Barracudas, they're going to be taking a record number of swimmers to the ARPA State Meet at the Crossplex in Birmingham this weekend. They had to beat Jacksonville in the district to be able to qualify for state. Now, they've been to state the last couple of years. They won the Small Division State Championship in 21. They finished as state runner-up last year, and now they get to use their experience from those past 2 years to help them as they get ready to compete coming up this weekend.
Intensity level change with these kids. Once they experienced the state championship 2 years ago, more of them got serious about swim than I've ever seen get serious. We grew as a team that year.
So I do remember the first time at state, I was very nervous. I didn't know what it was going to be like, but once you've done it multiple times, it becomes like a regular thing. Normally, once you know what's going to happen, it takes peer pressure off your shoulders, and so the only pressure I have is swim as fast as I can.
That guy you just saw right there, Joshua Reeves and Teddy Roberts, they're kind of two of the team leaders as they prepare for this state meet, and had a chance to talk with those two guys about what the preparation looks like as they get ready to take on not only just some good competition, the best competition in the state.
Josh Reeves, one of the best 13, 14-year-old swimmers in the state of Alabama. 2 years ago at state, you're able to swim 3 individual events. Josh swam 3 individual events as an 11, 12-year-old and won all 3 first place. Last year as a 13-year-old moving up into a new age group, he still finished in the top 3 with all 3 of his swims. So this year I'm expecting that he will be the best swimmer in the 13, 14 age group. We have several seasoned swimmers that have been with us for a good while, such as Luke McVeigh, Logan Maddox, that have been swimming with me 7 years plus. They, again, once they got the taste of that state championship, they really got serious about it.
So it's exciting stuff happening this weekend there at the Crossplex in Birmingham as they get ready for the state swim meet. We got one more shots here from Teddy Roberts and Joshua Reeves just on their preparation as they get ready for the state meet. We'll try to get that one for you in just a little bit, but got to be impressed with what they're doing there with the Anniston Barracudas. Again, this is an organization that's year-round. If you want to be a part of it, they're there at the Anniston Aquatic Center, and after this weekend, they'll take a couple of weeks off, and then they'll come right back at it to get ready for the short course season. But we always love to see local athletes do big things, and these are local athletes doing big things. They, again, won the state championship in the small division in 21, finished runner-up last year, and are looking to win it again this year there in the state championship. So good stuff there with the Anniston Barracudas, and appreciate Robbie Champion, their head coach there, for allowing me to come spend some time with them. That was really fun to get to know those guys and these swimmers, and you don't realize how hard that is until I was sitting there watching them practice and watching the amount of reps that they do. I'd get tired going down one time and back, but they're, just hammering them out. And really cool to spend some time there with the Anniston Barracudas swim team there at the Anniston Aquatic Center. And best of luck to those guys as they get ready to compete this weekend there at the ARPA, the Alabama Recreation and Parks Association State Championships. And so we'll hopefully see them bring home a championship and check back in with them next week following that state meet. We'll jump to a break. Coming up, we'll talk some Anniston Bulldogs football as they get ready for a new season. We'll talk with Rico Jackson and more coming up next.
Here at Ted's, we are excited to now be offering custom-made cabinets. With that in mind, we're changing our name to Ted's Floors and Beyond. The Beyond is going to encompass everything that we offer in addition to all of your flooring needs.
We've partnered with Welberg Cabinet Company, who makes the highest quality cabinets in the industry.
So when you're ready for a complete kitchen or bathroom remodel, shop Ted's.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brodney Sneed from both CARES and Direct Primary Care. Direct Primary Care is an exciting new model of medical care growing on both the East and West Coast. It's been recommended by Forbes and the American Academy of Family Physicians and others for individuals or small businesses with or without health insurance. The pure simplicity of a membership model streamlines the burden of medical care. It eliminates 60% of the overhead. That streamlining allows providers time to focus on patients with free, no copay, no deductible, unhurried office visits or telehealth visits with minimal waiting room time. It produces same or next day appointments and access by text or telephone during and after hours. It saves you from leaving work, wasting time and getting exposed in a waiting room. And the convenience and cost with barriers removed helps one avoid letting problems like a sore throat turn into an expensive ER or hospital visit for pneumonia. If you're interested, search the web for CARE's Direct Primary Care.
Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you Southern Sports Now, and they've got all types of flooring. They are ready to help you find what you need, whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, and luxury vinyl. They have got it, and you can see samples there in the store and see what fits best for you. They also have a new partnership with Welborn Cabinet to offer you a complete kitchen or bath makeover. That includes cabinets, countertops, flooring, backsplashes, and tile showers. So you can get it all done there at Ted's Floors and Beyond. 0% interest financing for 12 months and free in-home estimates. They've got lifetime warranty on flooring installations. So go by and see Ted's Floors and Beyond. They're right there in Anniston on Highway 431, right before Sachs Elementary School, or you can visit them online at shopteds.com. That is shopteds.com. Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you Southern Sports Now. Well, as we told you at the top of the show, we are 36 days away from the high school football season, and we got a lot of new coaches in the area, one of those being at the Anniston Bulldogs. Rico Jackson now taking over there at Anniston, and he's taken over a team that only lost one game last year, and that was in the quarterfinal round of the playoffs. They lost to Andalusia really on the final possession of the game, and kind of a storybook season closed abruptly for the Anniston Bulldogs last year. Now it's new coach, a lot of new guys on the field, including a new quarterback. And I had a chance to catch up with them at the 7-on-7 out at Fort McClellan last week, and I was talking to Coach Jackson. I said, man, I like Jaden Lewis at quarterback. He looks good. He said, he is good. He said, but he's not my starting quarterback. He said, he's just a backup. Gavin Doss is their starting quarterback. So I said, well, if Jaden Lewis is as good as I'm seeing him today, Gavin Doss must be that much better. Doss, of course, coming over from Sachs. He was the starting quarterback at Sachs last year, now with the Anniston Bulldogs. And Coach Rico Jackson talked to me a little bit about kind of both of these guys and what he's expecting from the quarterback position.
He's done phenomenal. He's I guess you can call it a gym rat, weight room rat. He did well. We went to Sanford, went 5-0, played in the championship game. He threw the ball well. He's starting to take leadership of the team, a stakeholder in the team. You know, Jaden Lewis is going to continue to lead us, and just like today, he stepped up and played quarterback. So I feel really good about both of those guys.
You know, with Anniston, we mentioned 11-1 last season, losing to Andalusia, who ended up winning the 4A state championship. So Coach Jackson comes in, he takes over this program. He likes what he's seeing so far. He's having to replace a lot of guys who either went to May Jemison with Coach White or either have graduated, but he likes what he's seeing. There's some characteristics about this team that really stands out as he's had a chance to see them during the spring and now compete during the summer.
We're gritty, we're going to be chippy, we're going to play with the edge on our shoulder, but we're going to stay under control as well. And we're going to be organized and we're going to be disciplined. But we're going to have that grit with us. I got a chip on my shoulder, and usually teams follow their coach. So I expect us to come out and be competitors and compete at a high level. We got one goal of mine to win a state championship, and we practicing and working for that.
You know, one thing I think Anniston has going for them this year is they've got a tough schedule, but when you look at it, I mean, 11-1, they went to the quarterfinals last year. Yes, they did lose a lot of guys, like I said, either that graduated or have moved to other schools. But there's a lot of guys who were part of this last year's team that are back this year that know how to win. They know what it takes to play at a high level. They won some huge games last year. They beat Hanley. They beat Jacksonville. Again, a last possession game with Andalusia, who won the state championship. Some really tough games for Anniston that they were able to win last year and win several of them very convincingly. And so I think this is going to be a really fun year this year. They'll start the season off against Welborn at home on August the 25th, that Friday night of week 0. So the good Calhoun County rivalry there with Anniston and Welborn. And, of course, back in their region is Munford, Jacksonville, White Plains, Handley, Talladega, and Cleveland County. Anniston, of course, won that region last year and will be looking to do the same this year. But I like what Coach Jackson's bringing in and implementing into the Anniston Bulldogs football program, and I'm excited to see what they can do this year. They're definitely a team that I could see, again, going deep. It didn't end the way they wanted to last year, losing on a last-second play in the quarterfinal round. But you got to think these guys are hungry to do it again. And Coach Jackson has done it. He was the head coach at Aliceville when he took Aliceville to the 2A state championship back in 2016. And so he has experience. He knows what it takes to get a team to the state championship, and he'll be looking to do that with the Anniston Bulldogs. But again, 36 days away from the high school football season, and Anniston is just one of those teams to watch as we head into the season. I'm fired up and ready for some high school football. Look, we got media days next week for high school football. We got Etowah County, Talladega County, Calhoun County next week, and so ready to bring you content from those coming up next week, getting you ready for high school football. And then the following week, fall camp will start. We'll be able to go out and see what's going on with these teams as they begin practicing. And so good stuff happening in high school football, and we're excited to bring it to you here on Southern Sports Now and East Alabama Now. That's about all the time we have for you today, though. We're going to be in Nashville the next 2 days, bringing you content from SEC Media Days. Hope you join us. Stick close to the East Alabama Now YouTube channel and the East Alabama Now Facebook page for our local news. For Southern Sports Now, like, share with your friends, spread the word about Southern Sports Now. We'll do it all again tomorrow. Join us then.